You say something first. I feel like I always say hi.
Not to me. Say hi to them.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, he can talk. Look at that. It's morning here. Well, it's 11, so good morning. It's weird. I think we only missed like 1 week, but it feels like it's been forever since we've done this. Right? Doesn't it feel like it was like a really long time ago?
It does.
I know. We were visiting my family last week in New Jersey, and so that's why we didn't stream. And yeah, and now they're gonna have a hurricane. FYI, I gotta call my mom and check in on her after this.
Yeah, it was the first time we've traveled in a year and a half.
We went on a plane.
Yeah, we did.
That was like, this is where I die. I'm gonna catch COVID on this plane. But we came back and we took COVID tests, and they came back negative. I mean, we feel fine too.
Yay!
So we did it.
We survived.
We did it. We traveled and everything, and we survived. And we still have never gotten COVID. With all of this, everything that's going on.
Yeah, they downgraded it. I saw that too, Mad. It's just a tropical storm now. Sturm. It's a tropical storm. Julie's going to entertain you while I get more coffee.
Are you kidding? Well, at least take my cup too.
Oh my god.
You're just going to ditch me like 2 minutes into the stream.
Sturm.
I guess you did say Sturm. Yeah, I know. I saw that it got downgraded. I'm gonna call my mom and see. She won't care though, because my mom is a Floridian, and there have been like Category 5 hurricanes coming at Florida, and I'm like, hey mom, separately, they're divorced. Hey mom, hey dad, this one sounds really bad. I think you should maybe consider, evacuating. And they're both just like, no. So, I don't know how worried my mom will be. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. But yeah.
Dog cam.
That was last week. We saw some deer, because we never get to see that out here, and it was super exciting for us. And a skunk. We saw a white skunk. It had a little bit of black underneath, but it was mostly white. It was badass looking. And that's like my whole life. That's it. Those are my exciting stories. We had a crab fest, like a seafood fest, and yeah.
Too Mad, are you in Florida? Are you okay?
You okay?
To be fair,
yeah.
Every time I see the news about Florida now, I'm going to ask you if you're okay, because that's some shit.
Oh yeah, you're talking about COVID. Yeah, that is some shit. But yeah, I know. It's like every other day in this time of year that there's like hurricanes heading right to Florida, so
yeah, it's
you know how it is.
We're supposed to go to Florida next month.
You keep saying it like we're not gonna go.
Yeah, I mean the charts, like if you imagine COVID is the zombie apocalypse, and you just look at the charts of like where the outbreaks are, Florida has already been lost to the zombies. Like it's dead.
Like
to the
they
world.
would just like
they
rope
would,
it off basically.
Yeah, if you look at the charts and it was a zombie apocalypse, we would just rope off all of Florida. We'd have the armed forces not letting anybody in or out, and we would just build a wall.
So that's where the wall's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But I mean, to be fair, it's not just Florida. I wouldn't go to the Pacific Northwest. I heard that.
Wait, are they bad right now? Oh, right, Oregon. You told me that.
Yeah, I heard a woman in Oregon had a stroke or a brain aneurysm, and they had to take her in a helicopter all the way to Idaho to find a ICU bed.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
Ugh. Yeah, it's crazy. Anyways, but we were in the Northeast, which is the only part of this country that isn't like, insane. Everywhere else is like red and like purplish, colored on this like COVID map, and then you look at the Northeast that has a high vaccination rate, and they're like yellow with some orange spots. So at least that. I don't feel like anybody gave you any weird looks or anything for wearing masks. You look at like around. It was kind of 50-50 on people wearing them. Like in the supermarket, a lot of people had them on.
Inside, maybe it was 50-50, but outside, like in
not
big
at all.
crowds, it was like 5% at best.
For sure. Thorgal's going to Miami? What? That's the best time to go to Miami, by the way. January, February. I always see people that are like in July, they're like, I'm going to go to Miami. And I'm like, that's not the time to go to Miami. Like, that's like their version of winter. It's so gross and hot and rainy. But yeah, going to South Florida in the winter is like the best. The best.
Thorgal's going to Miami.
Thorgal's going to Miami. That's crazy. Hotter than balls is the accurate description for South Florida in the summer. I hear that all the time. People out here in California do that, and because they don't know, they don't understand.
Just keep an eye on that chart, Thorgal.
Just be careful.
If the red turns into like a giant picture of a zombie on the chart, just maybe cancel your trip.
Or just spend your entire time just out at the beach with the air. The ocean air on you, blowing the COVID away.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's what a lot of people say. If you don't look at the chart, then everything's fine.
There is no chart.
Yeah, just turn off your TV, don't look at the chart, and everything's fine. Well, what did our president say? It was something like if we stopped the test.
Oh, right. If we stopped.
The positive tests were high because we're doing so many tests. If we don't do so many tests, then we won't have so many positive cases.
Easy peasy.
Solved COVID.
Done. Yeah, I don't know. They're not even booking a flight for this Christmas staying home this year. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I might just invite the Florida people here, which is negligibly better.
Or are you going to bring the COVID to our doorstep? Well, at least we have open ICU beds here. So,
are we still closed? I know Canada is letting us in now, which is a new thing. I think we're letting Canadians
I don't
in,
know.
too.
I have absolutely no idea what's going on with any of that. I thought nobody cared anymore. So,
yeah.
I didn't see, like, the USA is still closed to tourists from abroad. I'm surprised that they even did that. Like, declare war on Canada. Never. Canada's where we, all plan on running to when things get like Handmaid's Tale here,
Yeah, I feel like Canada is...
We love them.
I mean, it's so small population-wise where people live. So I feel like Canada is like...
It's our hat.
Yeah.
It's our wonderful hat.
It's like our safe haven. It's like the one place that we can go that is slightly better than where we are now.
Unless if you need dental care, you can go to Mexico.
It's true.
They got bomb-ass dental care there. I mean, a lot of Americans go down to
Because
Mexico.
their bottles of Coca-Cola are 15 cents a piece. It's a lot of sugar.
Oh.
COVID will go away by 22. I thought it was going to go away.
It's gone now. What are you talking about?
In 2020, it was just going to magically go away. I thought...
If you stop testing, you'll stop getting positive results.
Oh, boy.
Anyways, so
So quiet day today.
Yeah, we did that though. We actually did travel, which was crazy. Yeah, it is quiet. I think this is what happens when you take like a week off. Or we took like there was a couple weeks off in the mix. Like the one we went to Palm Springs and then like yeah.
Well, I've also been quiet in Discord. The more energy I put into yelling at people, the less energy I have to work on the game. So I've just been harnessing all of that. It's not anger necessarily. It's
energy.
It's but what kind of energy is it?
I don't know, but it takes energy to like be on Discord, read it, respond. Like,
Yeah.
you got to sit there and think of what you want to say, and you know it's public, so you're like, let me make sure it's perfect. And
well,
I don't,
it's
you know,
anytime, you know, there's like the Thorgal camp will say, hey, this card is really balanced, and then the Michael camp will say, you know, screw you, that card sucks. And then like everyone separates into sides, and then it's almost as if they're waiting for me to show up like the parent and be like, no, Thorgal was right or Michael was right. And it's a lot. It's a lot to handle. And to be fair, usually neither of you teams are right and neither of you are wrong. They both have valid points to the same card. It's like your opinion, man. If the heretic deck meta becomes so good that everybody wins, if you're playing the heretic deck, you're going to say this deck is awesome, and you are right. But if you're losing to the heretic deck, you're going to say heretics suck and they need to be nerfed, and you are right. So I can't sweep in and be like, yes.
No comment.
I agree, Michael is
no
such
comment.
a brat.
One thing that we did that was cool, and I would love for you to send me the photos from this. We did, on the way to the airport, because we were in South Jersey and our airport was all the way up by New York, we stopped at Kevin Smith's secret stash.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, but it's really Kevin Smith's. But Jay and Silent Bob's fine, fuck me.
Jail. Whoa. Jail and Silent.
Shut up, man. Jay and Silent Bob's secret stash in Red Bank, New Jersey. You know, it was a comic book store. But I think we got some cute photos outside. Yeah. Which I'd love to see. And I forgot to tell people that we did that. We went to the secret stash.
And if you don't tell people, then it's like it never happened.
Yeah. Were you even there? Did you even go?
No.
But yeah, that was cool. I got a tray for things and stuff. And yeah, it was nice. It's a nice little pit stop on the drive to the airport.
So yeah, anyways, I've been trying to take a little of my energy back from, the first step was to stop. Hang on.
Brian.
What are you talking about? The first step was...
Oh, wait, but really fast, the guy in the airport at TSA was like, that's a cool tray. And I was like, I'm really excited about it. He was like, yeah. He was serious. He wasn't like fucking with me. Okay, go.
Yeah, so I've been on a quest to try to harness my energy to finish this game.
Wait, you've been to that store?
Oh my god.
That's so cool. He's also been to that store. Rad. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No.
Harness your energy.
No, you go right ahead.
I got excited. I'm sorry.
It's a Julie show. You take all the time you need.
It's a cool store. Okay, now you go. You've been trying to harness your energy to work on the game instead of...
I was going to give Brian another chance to chime in.
See? He did. It's a cool store indeed. Yes, sir.
All right, so... The best part, though, is I'll be talking and you'll just go, shh! And you're like, hang on! And you'll like, put your hand in front of my face, like, shut up! 3-step process. The first step is to stop getting sad that people aren't as invested in working on the game as I am. I used to spend a lot of energy trying to harness like the reins of like a small team to help with Doomtrooper, and the truth is that when you're working on something like this, like no one's ever going to share the same passion that you have. Like I'm a clear number one in terms of passion, and then Steve is...
You're my number one.
Oh, in terms of passion?
Yeah.
Then Steve is like a little bit below me. He loves Doomtrooper. But then like trying to bring in other people who didn't play this game when they were younger, it's hard to make them care about it the way that we care about it. And the less energy I spend into that, I can just let the people who want to help, and focus my energy towards working on the game. The second step I've been trying to do, which is related to the other one, is try to just stop complaining. Like no one...
Yeah, nobody wants to hear you fucking complain.
Like,
They're not here for that.
Any of you guys have been around a long time, or you hang out in the stream, you care about this project beyond just Doomtrooper, like, you know how painful it's been for me to do this. Like I've poured everything I have into this, and a lot of people are very appreciative of that, but a lot of them aren't. And it hurts. It really does. But that's not something that I need to, like, reiterate all the time. It's like, those of you who support the project and you support me in my mental state, like, you guys know that I'm appreciative of that. And the other people, you know, whatever. Let them be.
We got some solid folks here right now, like Brian, Thorgal, legit. And
then the third thing is to stop just arguing in general. Like, the community is a community, and
that's just good life advice.
Well, it should be your community, though. And I'm proud to say that over the last couple of weeks, as I've been trying to step back quietly, you guys have done a great job. Like, someone asks a question, and within, let's say, minutes to a couple hours, somebody else will answer that question and help them learn things and help them figure out what they're doing wrong, maybe suggest a new deck. And it's been really great. So I appreciate that you guys are able to step up and run shit when I'm not necessarily, you know, sticking around like that.
Interesting anecdotal stuff that Thorgal just said. Thanks to the posts on social media about ending beta, the one I did yesterday, I've noticed new players and some old coming back, which is great. That's nice to hear. And also, there's been an ad silently running in the background for 2 months that has gotten really good. Jesus Christ, hold on.
Brian, you're sending in cards to get graded. You should let me know who you're sending them to, because I plan on sending in the 3 super rare promo cards I have, just so that they are graded and sealed. And since they're currently, to our best knowledge, they are the PSA. Duh.
Oh, he says
my
that.
Bad. I'll drink some more coffee. But
I get to finish what I was saying now.
Well, I'll just say I want to send those 3 in, since they are currently the only 3 that we know that exist in the whole world. If you know, I want to keep them in really great shape. And if I've always said, if this game ends up being like a dumpster fire failure,
It is not a dumpster fire failure.
I know.
It's a playable game.
No, I know. But, like, you know, if something wrongs me in this process, like, I'm probably not going to want to keep those anymore. And whoever I sell my collection to would probably appreciate those cards being, like, super protected. It's that rattling.
Yes, they would. I know. Oh, I see it. All I was gonna say before my brain ran out of steam is that we have a couple of ads running, and they get really good feedback. They get positive comments, and just a lot of. My intention isn't to get new page likes. I don't really care about Facebook getting page likes, but we do. But I'm just hoping that it's brought in, like, a small stream of, like, new people. I've been targeting, like, right now, I turned off Magic the Gathering, but I was targeting Hearthstone still and Warhammer. Get a lot of, like, surprise emojis and things like that of people being like, somebody said yesterday, like, Mutant Chronicles is still alive? Which, like, we're not even the only properties currently, you know, kicking. But, yeah. Oh, hey, Willow. But yeah, so that's a thing. And oh my God, are you serious? You put him on camera and that's what he's doing? Buddy. Oh my God, Justin, what timing. Anyways, so.
We'll give him some privacy. Sorry.
Yeah, that was Justin. Wow. We'll probably spend more money on those ads, you know, shortly. But it's nice to see that they are working. And yes. Hello, Willow.
Hi, Willow.
Yes. I hope you and yours are doing well.
Note to self, watch your stream after the dinner. Oh.
Okay, he's done. He's done now. Yeah, he's done. He's done being inappropriate. Okay, now he just looks sweet and innocent. He's a really good boy, though. Our other cat has, she had to get stitches, and, oh shit, he knows the camera's on him. Oh God, look at him, he knows. our other cat had to get stitches, and so right now she's an all black cat, but she has a little pink donut on. And like I feel really bad for her, but she also looks really, really cute with the donut on. Oh, okay. False alarm. Oh, that is not. Oh, there it is. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's Luna.
That is adorable. The donut of shame, yes. The donut of shame.
Oh, look at the colors all.
I know, it changed.
Okay, there we go.
Whoa, wow.
It was auto correcting.
Little Luna. Yeah.
Little Luna. She's 18 years old.
Yeah, I called the vet and I'm like, she's 18. And they're like, months? I'm like, no, years. She's an adult.
She's my friend.
Yeah, she's you don't even know. Like, her, like, even 5 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Very different mean cat. But now she's, like, super
when
nice.
Willow was here, she, like, moved Luna, like, kind of forcefully. And Luna just let her do it. Like, a couple years ago, that cat would have just, like...
I know. Yeah, so there's hope for your cat that has a bit of an attitude. Because Luna was... I wanted to actually get rid of this cat. Like, and I love cats and animals and love them. But she was such a bad pet presence. She was so miserable and she used to attack me. I never wanted to wear shorts because she would just run out of nowhere and swipe my ankles. And then she attacked my face a couple times while I was sleeping. So I had to put a bell on her so that I would know when she was coming. And I was like, oh my God, I would consider getting this cat declawed, which I'm so against. But she was she was awful. She was awful. But I knew if I, gave her up or did it, like that she would die. If you put her in that cat in a shelter situation, she was such a horrible little cat that nobody would ever adopt her. So I was just like, I guess I'm stuck with you forever. And then, like, all of a sudden, like, as she's gotten older, she's just gotten nicer and nicer and nicer. And now, like, in the past, like, 2 years, people come over and they're like, this is the same cat? They're like, this is Luna? Like, I'm like, yeah, this is her. She decided to not be a raging bitch anymore for some reason. I don't know why. And now she's, like, the perfect pet. Now she's adorable and sweet, and it only took, 18 years of her life. That's my story.
Welcome to Julie's Cat Hour.
That's my story. Shiny trinket.
What does it do? I don't know, Thorgal.
What does it do?
I don't know what they do. They I'm sure somebody really likes those things. I'm sure people will be very glad that they have them at some point in the very near future.
He told me his last idea for it, and I honestly can't remember. We had a convo about this. Oh my God, it was a good idea too. I remember being like, that's a great idea.
Basically,
he's gonna talk about it.
The bottom line, Thorgal, is that shiny trinkets are rewards for people who really play the game, not just log in, log back out and get their bestow power on Discord, or log in, play one match, log out, don't play again for 6 months. Like, shiny trinkets are, from a code standpoint, they are a way to give something to our most valued players. As to how they will be used, yes. Yes. They will start to be used very soon, and they will have some really cool things attached to them. It takes a lot of time to get them. Exactly. And the thing... So, if you imagine how long it takes... Can I have a break for... Yeah, you can take a break. If you imagine how long it takes to get a shiny trinket.
I'm exhausted, he says.
If you imagine how long it takes you to get a shiny trinket, then imagine if there is a reward for 4 of them. Like, how many people will have 4?
How long does it take to get one?
Oh, you can get 1 a week right now.
Oh, okay.
There'll be new ways to get them as well, soonish. But imagine you have 4 shiny trinkets and you exchange that for an item, right? Not a lot of people are going to have enough to buy that item. And then the next time I have something, let's say 4 shiny trinkets, it would take you 4 weeks to get them again, playing all the time.
Right, a month.
So
okay.
the rewards that you get from the shiny trinkets will be some of the rarest rewards and some of the coolest rewards, hopefully, that will really let you show off that you are the best.
It's okay, Brian. You've been in this for the long haul, you know? You took a break. It's fine. It's been years, you know? It's fine.
Can I take a break?
No.
I'm exhausted.
You can't take a break. Everybody else can. Brian wants to go play other things and do other things for a while. That's fine.
But I'm exhausted too.
No, you have to keep working forever.
Oh boy. So yeah.
LOL.
Something. League of Legends does something like that with the crystal they can only get from events. You can use multiple to get skins that aren't sold elsewhere.
Skins.
I don't play League of Legends, but I can just say that sounds like a really great idea. And none of you guys commented on my really cool zoom effect. I was so happy with that when I added that in. I expected someone to be like, "Oh, cool, a new zoom effect."
Probably didn't even notice, to be honest. It's just one of those things that just,
no one even noticed.
It looks
how cool
cute
it
though
is.
when you hover over it. It moves now, and
yeah, I was very happy.
Look at that.
Look how cool that
I
looks.
like the multiplayer when it zooms. Like that one, I feel like looks the best as far as this particular effect goes.
Yeah, probably because of all the circular lines on it.
Yeah, I think you're right about that.
UI UX is successful when nobody notices.
Yeah, I mean, she's right.
I have spent a lot of time on the main menu. Like, I don't think a lot of people appreciate the amount of work that went into something like this. So everything on this menu is driven from a configuration file. And the next step would be to load that config file from the server. So if I wanted to turn off multiplayer, I could just remove it from the database, and then everyone's multiplayer thing would just disappear, or gray out, or whatever. But any tile can be disabled. So like this one is disabled and doesn't work.
I love that picture. Any
of them can have custom art, custom text. The only remaining stuff that I had to do here is the icons. You'll notice they all have skulls.
And they are cool skulls, though, to
Willow,
be fair.
if you have any interest in doing more iconography, we can talk about that, because I would love to have some unique icons, at least for the main ones. Like, obviously store could be, some coins, and collection could be a fanned out card. Multiplayer could be two people. Single player could be one person.
She said, yeah, totally.
Yeah, like it's.
She also said the zoom looks really nice, Justin.
Thank you, Willow.
She's so considerate.
But yeah, everything is customizable. If I add a 5th item, it'll just shrink everything and put it over. If I add a 6th item, but when you get to 6 boxes, it starts to look bad.
Yeah, it's not great. 5 looks okay on here, but 6 is too much.
And it also has the event. If you guys remember the event bar at the bottom, which will come back for the new tutorial. So when we're testing the new tutorial, everything will shrink vertically, and there'll be a bar at the bottom that says "Test the new tutorial." It's really, there's a lot of cool stuff happening on the menu.
Brian, it's very commendable that you've been homeschooling your children. What a time to be alive with kids. COVID. Ugh.
And the only other thing that's missing is you'll notice there's blank spot on the left and the right. The idea there, even if we expand everything and we put the event bar at the bottom, there's still blank spots. So the top right you can't see because it's where it says someone is looking for a fight, and then we maybe will keep that area for buttons like that. So someone is looking for a fight, or maybe we have multiple lobbies as Thorgal has discussed before, and we'll have different buttons up there. But if you separate the left into 2, top and bottom, and the right into 2, there are 4 quadrants of actionable areas.
Yeah, but you have release notes, enter chat, and main menu.
Like here.
Oh, okay.
So the idea there is we can put other stuff there. I think in Magic they have the little fairy tutorial person who will float to an area and have dialogue boxes, something like that. I've talked before about Galactic Greg, the vendor, who will show up every week, who happens to be really into collecting antiques. Anyways, he'll show up on one of these 4 quadrants, and there'll be a special icon there that like glows, and he'll announce himself, of course. But after he's done announcing himself, you just have to click that icon, and it'll show up and let you interact with him. So we have room to put other stuff. If there's like a special event happening that's separate from the bottom event bar, we could put a little glowing icon up there too. Maybe if there's like a draft tournament happening, we could put a tournament icon somewhere there. So it allows us to, when you log in, you'll have your main menu, you'll have your special event bar at the bottom, but you also have 4 quadrants for other things or calls to action that you need to act on.
Nice.
So that's cool.
So Effie is in here with us still, which is funny because normally I think he hides, but ever since we left for a week and came back, and he loves us so much. He must have been really lonely, so he's actually hanging out in here, which he never does. He's so asleep. He looks like his head is gonna just fall forward and hit the couch.
Yeah,
that's so cute. Well, folks, what's new on Monday?
So,
give the people what they want, Justin.
I can't say for sure yet. I'll know more by tomorrow. But there may be only 0 or 1 new cards tomorrow. The reason being is that we have a lot of stuff that's been changing behind the scenes, and I have to dedicate some time to getting that stuff tested. So what that means is there are some new cards like no, not Desert Scorpion. I can't remember who it is now. But there's the Panzerknacker, for example, which we've talked about in Discord a little bit. Warrior may shoot 1 warrior twice. You conduct attacks separately. And then there's also cards like Nimrod, autocannon. So Invader has finished the support for multiple combats. And we can have multiple combats now, obviously, like you get another tactical action and you just attack again. That's fine. But what this is it turns combat into effectively a stack or a combat stack. We talked about this before. So Nimrod autocannon basically can like get to the post-combat phase and then start another attack, which will happen without interrupt. Like you don't go back to game and then trigger the attack. It happens in sequence. And there are a fair amount of cards that we're adding to finish the base set that allow you to do multiple attacks in a row. But I don't want to merge that in, because every time we merge in something big from Invader, it kind of is a really rough week for me because just shit starts breaking. So what I'm going to try to do in lieu of adding a bunch of new cards is I'm going to set up a test server. Which should be really easy, fingers crossed. What that means is it'll be a separate server, and most likely you'll have to open the command line and type some stuff in here. So it'll only be for you guys here in Discord and Twitch and stuff. But you will be able to point over to a test server, and I will give you an account, and that account will grant you all cards. But it'll also have a time limit. So it'll be like, okay, we're testing this for the next 48 hours. So people can log in knowing that, none of the progress carries over or anything. And we will merge in the code for multiple attacks. And hopefully what that means is we can get people like Tumad and Thorgal, maybe Brian will come back, and you can make your super decks with all the cards and break Invader's combat code. And if we break it on the test server, great. And then we can fix it, and then as soon as we know that it's good, we'll merge that back into the main branch, and that will go live for everybody. So, also I think having a test server will come in handy, obviously, because when we want to test like the new expansion and that kind of thing and new features.
I didn't want to interrupt Justin, but I'm dying too mad over that comment. He said stack!
It's a bad word.
Grab the torches and pitchforks! There are no stacks in Doomtrooper, I was told.
But there are. Brian was wrong. Sorry, Brian. I always say this. You can't say there is no stack except for cards that affect the previous
then
card.
that's a stack.
It's still like you play a card and then a card affects it, so they kind of stack. The difference is that they are played immediately. However, when you transition that to digital, play, then cancel, then cancel, then cancel, then cancel, then cancel, like they have to process in a stack. It's semantics.
I said it again.
So to be fair, Brian was right in terms of physical, but when you were to break it down mathematically, it's still a stack. So without the freedom of a physical table, it becomes a stack. It's fun. So what I'm wanting to do this week is we're on version 0.10.84.
84.
I think that's the highest number we've gotten the minor version up yet. Really, there was only one,
10.
two requirements for going to 11, but I just never get time to get to them. One is a new icon for the game, which I might just scrap and we'll just keep this icon for now. And change it later.
The Nephirite?
Yeah, and two is that some of you may still see there's a pink bar across the top of the game that says your email is not verified. You will not be able to play Doomtrooper if you don't verify. Click this to re-verify. So I need to finally set it where if you have not verified your email, you will not be able to get past the main menu. Everything will be disabled on the main menu, and you will have to verify that your email is real.
What were you thinking for the new icon? Are you thinking of using the logo?
We have an old icon that we vetoed. I was actually just going to move back to that, but
what icon?
It's like a gear with a cartel symbol in it, and it's circular, so it fits really well in terms of an icon.
Fucking gears.
Yeah. So we.
Is it steampunk, or are we in the future? Like the whole gear thing.
It looks like the Doomtrooper logo.
But yes, circular obviously makes sense. You know, you got to fit into that tiny little circle and make sure it's something that can be seen in that tiny little circle.
The other thing I'm working on is, we just dropped 4 viewers. They do not like gears.
Don't talk about it. I'm at 9. It says 9.
The other thing is I want to get the first version of the new tutorial in, and if I'm constantly adding cards, I don't get a chance to do that. So,
and we really need that new tutorial.
Yeah. So today, I am going to finish here, get a coffee, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to be working on the new tutorial, which, I mean, you guys saw it a long time ago. But it's all mapped out thanks to Discord.
Who made that? It's pretty.
And I just
have to see half of that screen.
I just have to program these steps in, and then make a few changes to the AI, some code, some new UI updates that pop up. I want to make some real progress on that today. So I'm going to be working on that instead of working on new cards today. Doesn't mean I won't add a new card tomorrow. We'll see how it goes, but I really want to get the new tutorial stuff functional in the game so that people can find the bugs with it. Yeah, and then we'll move it over to make it the default tutorial.
Because then I can put more money into that ad I mentioned. Send new people over.
Yeah. Another thing that's on my radar too, which has been requested a lot, is to flesh out some new stuff in the store. So I would encourage you guys, if you guys have avatars or titles or anything like that you really want to see, I want to spend like an entire day this week just collecting and creating cosmetic items so that I can be ready to dump a whole bunch of new stuff. And that will include some new end of beta things like I promised. So we will be having some special items that I'll put in, and they'll only exist up to like the first season of after the final reset, and then they'll be gone forever. So those have been requested a bunch. And finally enabling the sales for the some of the Kickstarter retro faction packs that we haven't given a second chance yet. So if you missed out on getting the classic second edition stuff, we'll add those back.
Nice.
So I'm trying to just kind of wrap up all the loose ends so that we can have version 11, the new tutorial, the new cosmetic items, and
the beta.
Oh,
and end the beta. Wow. Finally.
So I haven't said it publicly yet, but I think I know when the final reset is going to be. I'm just trying to make a list of everything that needs to be done, so I can realistically know that I can do it before I say it.
Run your mouth, yeah.
But it's
can't take it back. You know?
It's soon.
Final reset.
We actually haven't had that many resets, which is interesting. No. But yeah, I'm planning, and I mean, obviously I'd love feedback on any of it, but I'm planning the end of beta extravaganza where everybody gets the chance to spend their coins or money to purchase like exclusive end of beta things. And then I'm going to do the final reset, and then probably do, I'll probably call it season 0. So it'll be the first competitive season. And then season 0 would probably have some special rewards and stuff just to be, because it's the first one. And there's a chance, a button to open all packs. I can probably add that, Torgal.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that's something Brian has been saying for a long time,
just
too.
Remind me that in Discord, once I get a little closer to that. It should be really easy
all
to
packs.
Add that. I lost what I was going with this. Okay, you talk.
Oh my God, I don't
you
know
said
what to say.
you said a hype man thing and it just derailed me.
You responded to what Thorgal said. I was just, hype manning it. A button to open all packs. I don't know.
It's gone.
It's gone forever, you guys.
It's gone. Anyways, the new stuff that people can get to celebrate the end of beta, the mission cards, the first version of... Well, I don't have this open, sorry. The first version of mission cards will go live. The missing emotes button down here, so you can customize your emotes and see which ones you're missing. And
Thorgal strikes again.
What was the other thing?
Thorgal takes Miami.
Oh, I remember now. There's a good chance that some cards... there's a 100% chance that some cards have been cut and will be cut and will be added in the first expansion. But there is a chance that some cards that are supposed to be in the base set won't make it by the final reset just due to time. But for balance purposes, they might be necessary in the base set. So I'm trying to figure out how to handle that. Probably what's going to happen is I will finish them during, say, Season 0. And then at the first day of Season 1, I will add them into the card pool. But since you can't do a reset, it's kind of unfair that you didn't get a chance to get those cards because maybe they're really good. So I will probably do some sort of... like everybody gets enough crafting materials to craft one of those cards, or everybody gets the ability to purchase all those cards in the store for 1 week. I don't know. I'm trying to work it out of how I can get away with adding those cards to the base set, but I know it will be at the beginning of a season as so not to give anybody advantages. But it'll only probably be a handful of cards. It won't be a ton. What are you doing?
I am looking at one of our community members, and I'm seeing if he has done a video on our game. That's what I'm doing.
Oh.
This person has been active in Discord lately and on Twitter, and I'm just seeing what they do.
I'm sure they would post it if they had.
Yeah, I see Warhammer.
So,
but not us.
Yeah, the final reset is tricky because we have to make sure that everything works and that the base set is pretty good. But really, I mean, I think Thorgal agrees with this. I don't think that there are too many horrible imbalances. There are a few of slight imbalances, but I think somebody today tried to quit yesterday tried to quit because heretics were too strong. But just like 2 weeks ago, people were saying that heretics are one of the worst metas. So it's like, I can't nerf heretics because one guy's mad if another guy says it's not powerful enough to be a top tier deck. What?
I said person
Who's a person?
instead of saying guy.
The male person who
Okay,
talked to me can't be called a guy because it was a specific person.
Okay, fine. I'm just trying to woke you, okay?
Yes, but being woke does not mean someone who identifies as male cannot be referred to as
Oh my
a
God.
male pronoun. So yeah, but I'm keeping the monitoring for balance stuff. I am thinking that Mishma and Cybertronic will get a slight buff because they got a major nerf years ago when they were first added. So a couple stat points up. So if you have any ideas on that, feel free to post in Discord. And maybe I can announce the Season 0 date this week, if all goes well.
That's a really big commitment. But
Definitely.
It needs to happen, but... Woo!
Yeah.
It's finally happening. It's all happening.
And we're gonna exit our open beta phase. We're gonna do the final reset, and we will let people
Final reset.
We will let people-
Final reset.
We will let people build their collections and play the game, and I will be focusing more on bug fixes, events, monitoring the meta, adding items to the game, new missions, content, that kind of stuff, which will be fun. And then hopefully the community will support the project, and some of the players who are waiting for the final reset to build their collections, or maybe some of the classic players will come back and give it another chance. And
yeah. Hype.
And if the project is supported, then
Hey, Rez, what's up?
We should have no problem expanding the game, which brings us back to the requested features like mobile ports, localization, the first expansion. Lots of fun stuff we can add. Tournament mode, arena mode, draft mode. I'm forgetting stuff. But
I don't know. That was a lot. You said a lot of things.
All the stuff that comes in phase 2, phase 3 of the game, as long as the community supports it, then we will be able to keep the license, and we will be able to continue building on it and making it better. And, that could mean anything. That could mean the new modes, the new localization. It could mean a complete 2.0 version of the game where we just revert everything back to classic retro stats. Nothing is off the table, which is why I always encourage the classic players to stick around, because, if there were 5,000 classic players who demanded that we just go back to the retro look of the cards, and we go back to the retro stats of the cards, and the retro sets of the cards, we just make a 1-to-1 conversion of the retro game. If there's 5,000 of those guys and 3 people who like the new version, then we'll switch to the retro version.
Oh, no, don't give them ideas.
No, 100%.
No.
100%. If they show up in mass...
I like this green font you guys use.
If they show up in mass and vote in the polls and show up on the streams and buy the cards in the store, and they say that that's what they want, then that's what the community wants. And I'm completely willing to go with it. This is just the first phase of hopefully a long iteration of Doomtrooper. So fingers crossed. Will there still be stacks? Maybe. Depends on what the community wants to, man. Depends on what they want. We'll check in on Kat here.
Oh, full sleep mode now. So sleepy.
You don't get to see the adorableness this often. Normally he hides from us, but since we were out of town, like she was saying, he loves us and he wants to be near us.
I know, he really does.
So, Effie. He's out cold.
He's out. He is out.
Oh. So yeah, I think that's about it. I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us. It's been fun. I appreciate the dedicated community who sticks around and comes on Discord and comes in this Twitch chat and tries to earn those shiny trinkets in the game. And I'm tired. As Thorgal said, I'm exhausted. And I can give myself all the shiny trinkets I want, and I'm still tired.
Oh, right.
But please tell your friends that we're winding down the beta and that we're going to do the reset. Let's get more people testing.
Let's get those people that were complaining and quit Let's get them back.
And when I get the
We're ready for
test
them.
server up, please help us test the new combat cards. I mean, it shouldn't be hard. You should be able to just play a game and use it, and it'll explode.
So excited for you to have a test server. Like, so excited. I know that seems... Oh, Balfour. We don't deserve you. We really don't deserve you.
No,
oh, my God.
He's a good dude.
Oh, my God.
It's fine. We miss you all the time.
I know.
We miss you. We miss you in our hearts.
You make me feel so guilty. I'm like, oh, my God. I really don't personally consume a lot of Twitch, so I feel really guilty. Oh my goodness, thank you. What was I was saying? Right. I know that seems like such a minor thing, but like having a safe place to push new code and test it before bringing it out to the production server is A, what you're supposed to do, and B, just something I'm so excited about, because we need to make sure those things don't,
right.
hit the new players and people that are, maybe it's their first time logging in. They shouldn't come up with a card that nobody's, really tested thoroughly.
Most likely what's going to happen, by the way, I'll just end on this, is there's going to be a new option on the developer menu. If your account is flagged with testing on production is a badge of honor.
It sure is.
Yeah, but
a badge of honor.
And it's beta, so it's okay. But as we're transitioning into a competitive play and out of beta, it's important to break stuff on a separate server. So anyways, there's going to be a new button down here, but only if your account is flagged to have access to the test server. So I'll have to manually give that out, and you'll click that button, and it will switch your game and point it over there. So that's probably how it'll work. So you don't have to type anything into the command line. You'll just click a button in here. So it should be pretty easy. But I'll have more info in Discord on that, and I'll post on social media, and I'll talk about it and Twitch next week or whatever. But speaking of badges, we do have like special flags on your account to support people, like alpha tester, beta tester, supporter, Kickstarter backer, and I will probably add a new flag on your account for people who have tested on the test server. So it will give you like eventually you will have like on your profile when people go against you, it'll like have little badges or something to show off, and I can reward people a little bit that way. So anyways, thank you guys for hanging out. I'm going to get some coffee and then be working on the tutorial. So if anybody wants to hang out with me on Discord and keep me company, I will be around.
Yay.
All right.
All those things. All those cool things that are happening.
All right, well, thank you guys for hanging out. Say bye, Julie.
Bye, Julie.
And say bye, Kitten.
Oh, he's turned away from
over.
the camera. Oh, man. I guess the nap is getting... We're watching the nap get deeper and deeper as it goes along.
All right. I will see you guys on Discord and next week for the stream.
All right. Bye.
Bye.